which is what a sociologist of knowledge would likely say. Human experience is our reality, meaning the thing as it is for me. Oh, you begin to see a phenomenalism in the pragmatism. You see, a phenomenalism in pragmatism. I had a graduate professor who said one day, to the surprise of many people in the class, that to his mind, pragmatism and positivism amounted to the same thing. There's no difference between them. They're both equally bad. That was his introduction to a course on another alternative. You see, in the days when pragmatism and positivism were the big things. But human experience is our reality. Yeah, that's my other comment is that's the Hegelian tradition. Because what Hegel was trying to do, you see, was to look through the lens of self-consciousness, of human experience, and finding the dialectic unfolding in human experience of anything, projecting that into the whole of reality. So very much in the Hegelian tradition. In Dewey, you'll find that especially, inasmuch as Dewey's early years, he was part of the American neo-Hegelian tradition. His first publications were articles in a journal called The Monist. Interesting title, The Monist, which in those days was the journal of the Hegelians, Hegel, the absolute monist. Well, The Monist went out of circulation for a long time. When it came back in, it was simply a journal interested in metaphysical topics. But in Dewey's day, it was the Hegelian journal. So really, what you have in Dewey is another Hegelian converting Hegel to a naturalistic basis. Now, Whitehead was converting Hegel's disciple Bradley to a naturalistic basis. Dewey was converting the old man to a naturalistic basis. Or perhaps he was converting the American disciple Josiah Ross. But it's this Hegelian tradition again. Okay, so that's the first characteristic, the primacy of the practical over the theoretical, the primacy of concrete experience. The second characteristic is the emphasis on organic relationships. Organic relationships. And again, that should ring a Whiteheadian bell. The organic relationship. Yeah, the interconnectedness. So that to varying degrees, the pragmatists are all critical of the atomistic view of experience represented by John Locke's single ideas. Ideas which come without any intrinsic relationships to anything else. The relationships are purely external, in the sense that the laws of association impose relationships on them. Well, that sort of thing is taboo. James speaks of the stream of consciousness. Yeah, a stream of consciousness, an interrelated thing. Organic relationships within the whole stream of consciousness. And Dewey speaks of present experience as looking forward to, as referring to future experience. And you see that in his notion of an idea. Because an idea for Dewey is an idea about what we do in the future. And where do you get your ideas? From past experience. That is to say, in the future. They're all interrelated. So that organic interrelatedness then is fundamental. And it's for that reason that they refuse any dualisms of mind and body. There's an interrelatedness of the physical and the mental. They refuse any dualism of fact and value, separation of fact and value. Values emerge in the context of experience and in relationship to future experience. So the interconnectedness of things. And then the third characteristic, philosophical naturalism. Philosophical naturalism. Naturalism is used, the term naturalism is used in two senses. One, methodological naturalism, and the second, metaphysical. Methodological naturalism is, of course, referring to the methodology of the natural sciences. So the methodological naturalist universalizes the use of scientific method. Scientific method is applied to every kind of inquiry. And you'll find that's one of the dominant themes in Dewey's book, The Reconstruction of Philosophy. The reconstruction he wants is a reconstruction by means of the universal application of scientific method. If you like, experimental thinking. He has a book called Essays in Experimental Logic. The universalization. And I think that it's fair to say that's the case with William James as well. We'll see that in regards to James. His famous pragmatic view of truth is really the view that you want experimental confirmation of a hypothesis. That's the way to test for the truth of a belief. And Charles Sanders Peirce, we'll see, says the scientific method is the way to fix a belief amidst the ebb and flow of ideas that are unstable. Scientific method. So methodological naturalism, pretty clearly. Metaphysical naturalism, methodological naturalism in all of them. Metaphysical naturalism, I think, very explicitly in Dewey. Not in James. James is a theist of sorts. Oh, it's a finite God that James seems to have. God limited in power. But he's a theist of sorts. But Dewey is very explicitly a metaphysical naturalist. All that there is natural processes. Natural processes that are amenable to evolutionary explanation. And so you'll find that in reconstruction in philosophy, he not only wants to universalize the application of scientific method, he wants to universalize evolutionary explanation. And treat the history of philosophy as itself an evolutionary process. Theory of natural selection, which eliminates any fixed forms, fixity of species and such like. So these three characteristics, the primacy of the practical, the organic interrelatedness of everything, and methodological naturalism, metaphysical in Dewey's case. Clear enough? Terminology familiar enough? So I assume it at least registers sufficiently to be mulled over. Okay, let me say some things then briefly about Charles Sanders Peirce. if pragmatism means to you, if the term means to you relativism, a relativistic theory of truth, then Peirce is not a pragmatist. In fact, to disassociate himself from the other two I've listed, Peirce preferred to call himself a pragmaticist. A pragmaticist. The point being that Peirce did believe in the objectivity of truth, the objectivity of right and wrong. He was, in fact, a practicing scientist, worked with the United States Coastal Survey, and was simply sold on scientific method as a way of knowing. But it's Peirce's work, and he called it Peirce rather than Pierce. Peirce's work it is which laid the foundation for James of Dewey. And so the history of American pragmatism is always told beginning with Peirce. One of the interesting things from our standpoint is that his two most influential articles appeared in Popular Science Monthly, which isn't exactly the place you go for philosophical edification these days. But in 1877, he published an article called The Fixation of Belief. And in 1878, another one called How to Make Our Ideas Clear. Now, plainly, the first of these is dealing with the question of ensuring truth. The second is dealing with the question of meaning. How do we get at the meaning of something? How to make our ideas clear? And really, in both regards, the answer is the same. Look at the practical consequences. Look at the practical consequences. If you want to know whether a conception that you have, an idea that you have, a theory you have, if you want to know what it means, ask what it means in practice. What would it mean if it were put into operation? And in the fixation of belief, the same essentially with regards to ascertaining the truth of a matter. If you want a belief to be fixed with confidence, there are various ways that you might go about it. He rejects three of the ways and advocates the fourth. The first is the method of tenacity, which says, in effect, I'm not going to change my mind whatever you say. Don't face me with the facts, I've got my mind made up. A method of tenacity. And his point, obviously, is that is no way of ascertaining the truth. It may be a way of fixing a belief in your mind, but not a way of ensuring truth. The second is the method of authority. The problem there is that there are conflicting authorities. So how do you judge between conflicting authorities and what they say? The third is the method of tradition. Whose tradition? Whose convention? And of course, that's very much like the method of authority. So what he advocates is scientific method. Scientific method. Not some a priori tradition that affirms something prior to any observation, but rather the method of confirmation of a hypothesis, where there is appeal to public evidence within the community of observers, the scientific community, a process that is self-corrective. I should have said that the method of tradition is an appeal to what various traditions find intuitive. His point being that intuitions vary from tradition to tradition. So this is what he's advocating. Now, why not the old concerns for rational proof? Why not the foundationalist approach of finding first principles and then deducing from that? And that really gets to the nub of the matter, because what Peirce is doing, basically, is critiquing the Cartesian tradition. And here I have a print-off that will get that before you. I got one. Okay, everybody got one? Okay, let me have any spares afterwards if we will. You notice that this is taken from his collected papers, which is what everybody goes to in trying to get at Peirce. Most of it was essays, most of his writings were essays. Notice that he says at the beginning that Descartes, the father of modern philosophy, distinguishes it from scholasticism as follows. It teaches that philosophy must begin with universal doubt, whereas scholasticism never questioned fundamentals. The ultimate test of certainty is found in the individual consciousness. Stove-heated room, alone. Intuitive test for truth is always private. Scholasticism rested on the testimony of the sages in the Catholic Church. Third, the multiform argument of the Middle Ages, many reasons and arguments for a certain position. Remember Aquinas? How many arguments you'll give for something? The multiform argumentation of the Middle Ages is replaced by a single thread of inference depending often on inconspicuous premises. Think of Descartes' Meditations and how one thing follows another all the way through to the end. Number four, scholasticism had its mysteries of faith, but undertook to explain all created things. While there are many facts which Cartesianism not only does not explain, but renders absolutely inexplicable, except to say, God makes it so. Now, in some, or all of these respects, most modern philosophers have been Cartesians. And I think you can see how that is essentially true up to Kant, at least. And his response follows. On point one, we cannot begin with complete doubt. Why not? Well, we always miss something that we haven't thought to doubt because we weren't aware of our own assumptions, not always aware of your own beliefs. Yeah, beliefs. You may not be aware of your own beliefs. That is to say, you say, oh, yeah, I guess I do believe that, when somebody points it out to you, because you're taking it for granted. So we cannot begin with complete doubt. In practical terms, it's not possible. Second, the same formalism appears in the Cartesian criterion, which amounts to this: whatever I'm clearly convinced of is true. Well, obviously, the quest becomes moot, because if everybody was convinced, then there would be no further question. And there's a great deal of difference between being convinced and something being true. I had a friend who used to say, when somebody said to him, well, that's perfectly self-evident, my friend would say, well, it may be to you, it isn't to me. You know, and by implication, even if it were to me and everybody else, so what? His point is that clarity and distinctness are criteria of meaningfulness rather than truth. To say it's clear and distinct means, oh, I see what you mean, rather than necessarily it's true. Though sometimes truth rides piggyback on meaning. Number three, philosophy ought to imitate the successful sciences and its methods, and to trust the multitude and variety of those arguments rather than the conclusiveness of any one. That's like saying Descartes put too much stock in mathematical method, which of course in continental science in his day was the method of continental science, dominantly optics and mechanics. But in later experimental science, mathematics is not the method, it's just one. Yes, experimental method is far more significant. And in number four, every unidealistic philosophy supposes some absolutely inexplicable and analyzable ultimate. In short, something resulting from mediation itself not susceptible of mediation. Now that anything is thus inexplicable can only be known by reasoning from science. Well, the only justification of an inference from science is that conclusion explains the fact. To suppose the fact inexplicable is not to explain it. And hence the supposition is never allowed, and he repeats some things written in opposition to Cartesianism, saying we have no power of introspection, we have no power of intuition, we have no power of thinking without signs, and so we have no conception of what's absolutely incognizable. That is, if you can't think without signs, and you don't have any signs for what's not thinkable, then you can't think of the unthinkable. I suspect that that last sentence has reference to a British philosopher around the same period, Herbert Spencer, who divided all he wanted to write about into the knowable and the unknowable. And it became quite a quip among his contemporaries to say how much Spencer seemed to know about the unknowable, if you cannot talk about it, and so forth. But I take it that in addition to saying this with regards to lots, something I know not what, okay, any of those unknowables that we cannot speak of. And later on, Wittgenstein will tell us that of that which we cannot speak, we should keep silent, which is like telling some people to shut up. Well, that's Pierce then. Notice that this has the marks of, what should we say, another methodological revolution. You see, Descartes represents a methodological revolution in philosophy from scholastic method. Bacon, a methodological revolution to inductive method. Kant, a methodological revolution to transcendental method, trying to get at the subjective preconditions of the possibility of. And now another methodological revolution to experimental methods, scientific method, universalist. Well, as I say, Peirce was a realist. He believed there are universal laws of nature. There are objective, what he called reals, not R-E-E-L, but R-E-A-L. He wasn't just fishing, even though he was in the Coastal Survey. Objective realities that can be known. Now, it's this methodological naturalism, then, methodological naturalism, the methodology of the natural sciences universalized. It's this methodological naturalism which is picked up by the pragmatists proper, James and Dewey the outstanding ones. James calls pragmatism a method of settling philosophical disputes, which sounds sort of like the fixation of beliefs. How to fix a belief, how to settle disputes. A method of settling philosophical disputes by anticipating the consequences of a belief and seeing if those consequences actually occur. The same pattern as with experimental verification of hypotheses. However, it's important to see that in James, it's not just a matter of simply fixing beliefs that way. You have to watch the concept of experience. This is what changes. And here you see the difference, not so much from Descartes, who was Peirce's antagonist,